Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between and beyond, welcome to the 14th episode of Tampton Zoo. Today we're finally finishing the tropical dome project we've been working on for almost 2 months, so get yourself a snack or a drink, or both, because today's episode is quite a long one. So in this episode we have to add 3 new parts of this whole project, which first is of course the final habitat, which we'll talk about in a minute, but also what's left to be built is an exit and the roof. I had a bit of a struggle with the exit since the entrance already has pretty much anything a building like this should have, so I just decided to have another bathroom section there, as well as some place to sit and vending machines if someone gets tired or hungry after walking through this whole thing. Unfortunately, this one-way path I tried to accomplish here is not really possible in Planet Zoo, so people will be entering and exiting through both of these points, but at least we can pretend that's how it works, and you enter through the entrance, and if you want to eat or drink something before entering, there are vending machines there. I'd say eating inside the dome itself is prohibited, so once you're ready, you enter through the double glass door or elevator and gradually make your way to the exit, where you can also stop for a second if you need to. I think it will be quite dangerous to have any toilets and spots where you can get food or water inside the tropical zone, because it's all meant to be like one big ecosystem, so any disturbance like bacteria from outside or litter or chemicals will be disastrous. I think so. So hopefully it'll make sense that you only have these 2 points as you enter and as you leave to eat, drink or go to the bathroom. I didn't have much of a plan for what to put above the front section of the build. At first I wanted to put the sloth exhibit there, but then I realized it needs a path and it will mean I have to change a lot of stuff for it to connect with everything at this point. And second of all, I guess a place like that would need way more plants than animals to make the whole environment meet the requirements, without the zoo itself spending lots of money on humidifying and warming the whole building, especially during winter since we're based somewhere in Europe. I don't know if you've heard of this place in Germany called Tropical Islands. It's not a zoo but a swimming pool complex, from what I remember even the biggest one in Europe, but the whole idea of this place is that it's a huge dome and inside there is a beach, jungle, various animals like geckos, flamingos and some other birds, so that everything can exist as a part of one big tropical ecosystem with tropical humidity and temperatures all year round, where they all rely on each other like one big symbiosis, just like in real life. So that's what I wanted to achieve here, but I'm not really sure how that will work in a zoo, because in a swimming pool, at least people enter, hopefully after taking a shower, without the clothes they wore outside, so they probably bring less potential threats to this place than they would here, because pretty much anyone can enter and bring something that might harm the whole ecosystem. But I guess there are some ways for keepers to make sure they ensure the animal's safety, like some animal safe detergents to get rid of potential problems, I don't know. So again, I guess we're leaving that for our old friend imagination, that it just all works fine and nothing's wrong. I decided I want to add a viewing point from above, right next to the sloth exhibit, so people can see most of the dome from there. There was no specific area for people to just look at the whole project, and because of the landscape there's not much I could do to be able to show the whole thing, but to be honest I like it. You can easily see the first habitat from here as well as one we're building right now, and if you leave the platform you go back to the sloths, and once you're on the bridge you can see the Asian water monitors. I think it's the perfect place to have a platform there, since the sloth exhibit is a place where you can just sit and relax, so in my opinion it just works there.
And now the most important part of this episode, the final habitat of this project, which is a shared enclosure for 4 species: Bornean Orangutans, Lar Gibbons, Malayan Tapirs and Siamangs. The whole layout was kind of limited since I had to connect everything that's been built already so that it all looks cohesive. Since both habitats on the ground level have waterfalls, I decided to put one here as well, just a tiny stream cascading down the rocks and then connecting to a small body of water, but in my opinion it just adds to making this whole thing look like a one big ecosystem again. And from the game point of view, we're giving these animals a natural water source, so I guess it's a win-win situation.
At first I was thinking of creating a small cave that people walk into, and there they can watch the spot where the animals can relax and sleep. But later I decided there's no point in doing that, and I chose to make these panels that are at, I think, 75-degree angle, so that maybe kids can lean on them or sit and watch everything that's happening below them. Unfortunately, I'm afraid the elevated platform I made for monkeys isn't that easy for them to access, because though they can access it when I look at the traversable area, they just don't go there. They prefer sleeping on the ground level. But again, most of the ideas for the stuff I built aren't really implemented in the game, so it's more of an imagination thing. We're just gonna pretend like it just works, it doesn't really matter.
I wanted to have a lot of place for the monkeys to hang from and just climb on. I'm not sure if it was changed by devs, but I feel like all monkeys were able to climb onto every tree, and then they changed it so they can only access a couple of them, but I'm not sure if I'm wrong or right. I'm quite certain I was able to make interesting climbing frames and just use normal trees as a way to give them climbable area, but now I have to really struggle to make it work. I usually put a climbing log inside a tree so they can still get on top of it. Not sure if that's intended and that's how we have to make it work now, but it works for me, so why not use that? I also wanted to use these climbing frames. They don't really look good, but I decided to disguise some of them by placing trees where the vertical beams are, but I'm not really fan of them. They need a lot of space and there wasn't much I could do because this habitat is quite narrow.
I struggled with the roof for a while, wasn't sure how to approach it. I knew I wanted to have a really simple one, probably just glass so there's enough sunlight inside so the plants are happy. So I just added another column of this opaque glass floor and filled the rest with the glass.
So yeah, that's the whole tropical dome project finished, and I'm afraid I don't really know how to upload it on Steam Workshop since it has several habits and bunch of paths everywhere. Not sure how difficult it would be to recreate that, so it works fine. I know many people struggle with some of my previous projects, so I think for now I won't be uploading this build, and it will be possible to access it once we finish the whole zoo and I upload the save file on the Steam Workshop. If you guys enjoyed the episode and would like to support the channel, leave a like and a comment. I would love to know what are your thoughts on the whole project. I'm always in the comment section reading every single one, so feel free to ask me anything if you have any questions. Also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing so that you won't miss future uploads. And I guess that will be everything I have prepared for you guys for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!